All right, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and I visited Jardin Floréal in Laval. That's on the outskirts of Montreal. It's a suburb. So what I want to cover today is how you can do a beautiful garland in a quick and easy time frame. So let's start with how this works. I put this up, and I did this for sake of the time. I used tie straps, and I gently placed it here, and I fluffed all my leaves. So all my leaves have been kind of, manipulated so they're not squashed from last year. So that's what I did there. So this is kind of all set up and ready to roll. Now the idea, and they taught me this at Jardin Floréal. So Linda over at Jardin Floréal is quite talented, and she can do all this for you. But this is an effort to show you how to do it yourself. It doesn't cost you more at Jardin Floréal to do it there, to have them do it for you. It costs the same. But if you want to do it at home, this is how you do it. And you can improvise if you want to use some stuff that you have versus some stuff that you don't have. All right, so when you're looking at your garland, you can either have clumps of decorations. You can have you could center it 3 different things, or you can just use the center of the garland itself and have everything spread out going along the entire garland, but coming out from the center source. Like I said, so 3 possible locations depending on the size of your garland. But in my case, I'm going to do it in the center. My focal point will be the center, and it will spray out on to either side, because this is about a 9-foot garland. So here we've got some beautiful flowers that are going to make the center, and you just literally poke them in. You can tie them in, you can cut them. If you're absolutely certain that this is how you want to use these flowers forever, you can cut the actual stem. I will not be cutting the stem because I have ideas that never end, so I'm going to take these probably in a summer program. So I don't want my stems cut, so I rolled them up. And you can fasten them, depends. If you have kids and dogs that like your stuff, you're going to have to fasten them in. I only have 1 adult child in the house, so okay, so this is what I did with them. I fold them in, and then we have the 3 in the center that look like that. This here guy looks like this, so it's a little bit hangy. I maybe should have done this one before him, but it doesn't matter. It goes in. This whole experience, you're basically using the stems to set everything up. So the stems cover each other's stems, and they cover the tie straps. So you have to work it a little bit so that it looks proper. See how I'm kind of fixing her hair? She has bangs, so she's doing like this. And don't be too structured. I find too structured makes it too pre-done. I like it to be a little bit random. Okay, so we have some foliage that I'm going to add. And like I said, you may have this foliage. I collect pine cones from the street and spray them in silver. So I do have extra stuff hanging around the house that I can add to this garland if I want. Okay, so we have our 3 center, which makes our focal point, and we are going to be adding branches to the sides. So this is a rather large branch that's going to come right out of the center. I just tucked it into the tie strap. When you're putting your tie straps on, don't tighten them too tight, because you can use that space to tuck things in. So here is another large stick to make it balanced on both sides. I've chosen things that go with my decor in terms of color. My tree is white and silver, so I've gone this way. You can do red ones, you can do purple ones. At Jardin Floréal, they have navy, they have gingham, they have gorgeous black and white. They have just, the selection is insane. So now I'm going to be adding a filler. I call it a filler because it's not the same price as the other ones. This one here is a little less expensive than this one here, and it makes a nice filling. And this here is the other side. So basically I've balanced it out. Now if you were going to do the flowers, 3 different loops of flowers, you're going to have to adjust your twigs that go with it. Now these are fillers that I love. I use them in my tree. I use them pretty much everywhere. They go in everything, and they just stick right in, and they give a little bit of life that makes it a little. I find when you go to Jardin Floréal, everything is so full. It makes a big difference. The fullness makes a difference. There you have it. So the center spraying out into the sides. So this is my garland at my entrance.